Hello, this is Scott Mackenzie-Low, coming at you from the Standing Rock Bike Tour. This little educational adventure documents my journey from Denver, Colorado, all the way to Manitou Springs to prayerfully collect and bottle sacred mineral water. I've taken that all the way up to where I'm at now in Nebraska, and I'm going to continue taking this water all the way up to the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota as a gift to the elders. You see, as a privileged white man, I've been very blessed, and I acknowledge that. And in order to continue giving, I've been given a gift, this great opportunity. So my gift to the world is acting on this opportunity. And as I do that, I would like to explain various topics. I've mentioned what's going on at Standing Rock now, and what I really would like to talk about is Jill Stein's Green New Deal. This is such a brilliant plan that it baffles me that it's not in the hands of everybody. You see, in the 2016 presidential election, everyone is so concerned that either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump will win. Either someone who says horrible things or someone who actually does horrible things. Someone who represents what's wrong with society and someone who represents what's wrong with politics. And everybody's being told to choose the lesser of the two evils. I simply cannot do that. In my heart, I can't do that because I believe in the greater good. And luckily for us, there's more people who believe in that greater good and have a plan to bring it about. What I'm talking about is the Green New Deal. This deal is brilliant. Jill Stein brought forth this plan that turns America 100% renewable by 2030. She creates jobs for whoever wants it. She eliminates the student debt of everyone, of the 40 million Americans who are caught in this somewhat of an indentured servitude. You know, they got this education and they owe money for it and they have to repay it back. They're caught. So her plan takes this pressure off the students and allows them to put their skills to use in the field of work that they truly love. You know, if we can bail out the Wall Street bankers, why can't we bail out our students? People will ask, oh, where do you get all this money from? Did you know that the US spends nearly half of its budget on military spending? It has the biggest military spending out of any country on the planet. In fact, in the Middle East, we're actually involved in funding both sides of the conflict. So, what Jill Stein is proposing is stopping the funding. No longer should we send guns and ammo to anybody. Yes, we still need defense, but this earth is not an empire, and it seems like for as long as I've known, it's acting like one. Some would say that instead of a democracy, we're currently living in an oligarchy, a corporate oligarchy where the people with the money gets the biggest say of what goes on, instead of we the people. You have Jill Stein and Bernie Sanders. These people are for the people. So this Green New Deal, how does it work? Well, when you want to go 100% renewable, you have to do it with a grid of energy sources. You can't rely just on solar or just on wind. because the sun doesn't always shine and the wind doesn't always blow. If you have the resources, you can use hydroelectric. That's great as long as you're not damming up streams and preventing the natural migration of animals. There are great devices on shorelines that generate electricity from the tides. There are floating wind turbines. The technology for sustainable living is rushing to us. And when we embrace it and take it in, we take geothermal heat, we take solar and wind, and we take, most notably, biofuels, then we can create jobs in all of these industries and provide an opportunity to generate income for whoever wants it. Because this kind of renovation of our energy system is going to take a lot of energy. And that's why it's so important that we transfer right now from fossil fuels. There's only so much oil in the earth. And if we continue as we're continuing, by the time we need to transition, we'll be completely out. That's why we got to act now and use the fuel that we have. Oil is necessary right now, don't get me wrong. We need fuel for all of these vehicles transporting our food. We need to get places. I get it. But when you have this new onset of biofuels, when you can create an oil out of algae, and this algae, while growing, actually filters water, then bada boom, bada bing, you have just flipped it on its head. And now, we have technology to turn CO2 into a biofuel, into ethanol. This is groundbreaking, and it's happening all the time. There are wind turbines that mimic the look of trees and make no sound. They only need 5 miles an hour wind to generate electricity, and they can power an entire office for a year. You see, these sort of technologies need to be embraced right now. The gospel is good news. So this is the green gospel. We have good news that, hey, the technology, the solutions that we've been praying for, they're here. And all we have to do is adopt them, is bring them in, promote them on a personal level. Decreasing how much oil we use, increasing how much sustainable, renewable energy we can generate. There are little wind turbines, or little water turbines that you can float in a river to charge your gear while camping. I have solar panels on my bike that charges my phone. When renewable energy becomes the hottest trend, where everyone's just like, man, all the windows of my apartment are now transparent solar panels, then everyone's gonna want to get one. And people who still use oil to do what they need to do, all I'm saying is oil will soon be obsolete. And it's our job to expedite that process. We need to be a catalyst in this movement and really push for these green products. We need to let the market know that, hey, being sustainable is what we're into. You vote with your wallet. That's the thing. With all these rigged elections, sure, we can promote an idea, but as far as a politician goes on right now, we've seen that there's all sorts of corruption. But you can't kill an idea. You can't silence a message, especially with this technology. So, all I'm saying is do your homework tonight. Real quickly, go over Jill Stein's Green New Deal. see what it has, and see for yourself. Because I believe in a better way. And I believe there's a greater good just waiting for us to embrace it. So embrace it today. This is Scott Mackenzie-Low coming at you from the Standing Rock Bike Tour. Only got 300 or 400 miles left. Whew. It's gonna be good. Much love to you. I'll see you soon.